Hello, a digital business talk today. And today with me, my digital business partner, Kathy. I'm so much excited for this day. Hello, Kathy. How are you?
I'm fine. It's so great. A bit tired because I'm juggling things, but I'm so happy again. Talking to our audience. Whenever it's a Saturday and Sunday, it's always a smiling day for me because I get to experience, spend time talking to my kids. I get time, to talk to to you or my business friends. The brilliant minds of our community, and then at the same time, I'm always excited to go on our digital business talk every Saturday. And I really, really love to see now who are watching us right now. Please, please, we want to know who you are. Where are you watching from? And I hope you are having a blast right now.
I thank you very much, Kathy, for that. And if you're watching us for the very first time, we always have this episode every Saturday, and we come live with different topics, with different. Sometimes we bring some guests to interview, and I'm excited just today to be in my sleeveless clothes. The weather is cold, but I really love it. I love it so much. This is the possibility of working from home. You can just be the way
You.
you are. Be yourself. I love that so much. And Kathy is going to take us through our topic. Very nice topic for today. And I'm so much grateful to really have to share this topic. Just let us know at the comment section your reaction about the topic, how you have really benefited, or if you wanted us to discuss something, you let us know at the comment section. And yes, I'm excited to be here. Kathy, back to you. Can you break the news for us?
Oh my goodness, yes, of course. But I wanna, acknowledge you're gorgeous, by the way, even though you're at home only. That's the advantage of being, in a digital business. Perfectly, retire early, be fresh early, enjoy life early, right? And I hope soon to me as well. I'm so excited. But of course, I still wanna practice my profession. So that's the good thing. I mean, whatever you want to do in your life, whether you run this, at the background or not, it's such an amazing thing. It's such a very, very flexible, business. But of course, we just wanna in a bit move away from a business concept, right? But I wanna stop and acknowledge Jur- I'm sorry, Jorua Terra Rhymes. Can I call him Rhymes? Okay, welcome. I'm grateful for your program. Yes, I hope. Please stay tuned, okay? Get inspired. I'm not sure if I could read Arabic. I cannot read Arabic. But yes, okay. I hope that you stay there. Please, 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 please tell us where you're watching from. We would love to know where you're watching from. Okay, we're all over the place. All right, but we want to, as I have mentioned, Sunday, I want to make sure that, we always go, live talking about how amazing our businesses are and how it's really working very well for, especially for us, like busy people, like for you as well, right? You're really busy, but you get to enjoy your family time, your for me, I'm enjoying my time with my talking to my kids, and studying, and at the same time, one more year. Okay, so and then enjoying my profession, and at the same time having my me time with my little dog, naughty dog over here, right? So yeah, but it's not always about business. Okay, so we want to make sure that we focus on how us as an individual, because we're humans. Let's say, oh my goodness, these people are so amazing, and they're, I wish I would, like, I could be like them. That's the always norm, the norm that I could hear on people that normally is amazed on how, really this is too good to be true. And yes, we're real people. We're just human beings. We also get weak, get sick. But and that's the thing. So it's sometimes we have to move away from the business concept. I know it's very important that our audience right now is educated, but the most important thing is you. It's all about you. A business is all about you because you're the foundation, the very, very pillar, the only pillar actually if you start a digital business, and that entails you to have a very good, character, a very very strong, confidence level and self-esteem, which brings me to our topic right now. So which is really, important. We have to understand, because all not all people have the same levels of self-esteem, but it doesn't mean, okay, that I have very poor self-esteem. I cannot do this. I'm afraid or whatever. You can actually overcome. It's just a matter of you understanding, what is actually, the ways of how you could raise them, how you could raise your self-esteem, and understanding what is self-esteem all about, right? So looking at, the basic dictionary, okay, self-esteem is actually confidence in one's own worth or abilities or self-respect. Okay, this is from the definition coming from Oxford languages. Okay, so confidence in one's own worth. Okay, own worth or abilities, and of course, self-respect. That is a huge, huge thing. Having that two things, you have to really accept. You have to acknowledge you're really good. There are good, there are bad, of course. There are two sides, right? There are always two sides. But self-esteem is actually understanding, your capacity, your capability, who you are in real terms. So in that context, you will understand how do I'm weak at this, I'm strong at this. How do I improve, right? By understanding there are three kinds of self-esteem. Okay, one is sense of superiority. Okay, so in a way we have, let's dissect. Okay, if a person has at the level of self-esteem, there are three kinds. There is a self-esteem for superiority, there is a self-esteem for other people's approval, okay, and there is a self-esteem of uniqueness. Okay, so what do I mean? Okay, this is how it is. Sense of superiority is basically you're over, you're really good at it. You know the talents that you have, you're really innate and you're adept on something, and that creates that sense of, in a way you can say, power. You feel like you're powerful, and that really builds up, brings up your confidence with you. That is actually, and then you kind of, in a way, let's face it, you measure yourself comparing to others based on that. Okay, so but I want to stop there, and I want to acknowledge our viewers again. Yes, Rhymes is watching all the way from Somali, Mogadishu. I'm not sure what does mean, but yeah, thank you for watching. And of course, we want to acknowledge Rachel, who's watching all the way to Bentiu, South Sudan. All right, we're all over the place. Okay, so going back, okay, so self-esteem is the first part is the sense of superiority. So if they know that their innate abilities, okay, their worth is huge. I mean, they tend to feel that level of confidence, and sometimes it's inevitable. They kind of, in a way, gauge themselves, their capacity over others. And that is what you call sense of superiority. Okay, so the next thing is that aside from that, having that self super that sense of superiority, you also have that part wherein others approve or agree of what you have as a talent and skill. And that is kind of, in a way, also a feather on your cap. It feels like you're more confident. You wait for somebody to approve. You wait somebody's some a second set of eyes or other people's eyes to, in a way, assess you, and before you say, hey, I'm good at this, so that's other people's, or the other people's approval, self-esteem. Okay, and of course, the last thing, okay, uniqueness. Okay, Sometimes, actually, this is two sides. Okay, I always say it's for uniqueness is always two sides. In a character, you there are the same thing in self esteem. There are there are characters that or abilities or talents that and the others knows. Okay, there are talents and characters that you only know, and there are characters and talents that only other people sees, but you don't know. So the same thing with self-esteem. So you are born unique. Even identical twins always has difference. The way they talk, probably could be the same. But sometimes if you really pay attention, there is really a huge difference between twins. Okay, appearance, yes, they're identical, right? So you cannot really, unless otherwise you really are good at doing the spot the difference. But if you really understand the person very very well, you will see that there is still difference. So that's why human beings are very very unique. Okay, and with this you are also given a set of, you were blessed, okay, with unique talents and skills. Okay, and this uniqueness, okay, especially for those who really excel developing, sharing their uniqueness to other people, and other people are blessed on that, right? It kind of builds up self-respect, the way how not only people looking at you, you see your self-worth, you see that, hey, I in a way made a contribution to others. I mean, I made a very impactful influence to the others. And that builds up, your self respect that, you know, good job, Kathy. I mean, for example, I shared something. Good job, Kathy. You have changed, you have imparted something that is worth, you know, for and could possibly change their life. So those are the things, those are the three main types of self esteem: sense of superiority, other people's approval, and of course uniqueness. So you now understand the three kinds. And of course the next question of this now, Kathy, I know self-esteem is self-respect, acknowledging the talents you mentioned, that I have to understand myself. Or I know now that there are three kinds: there is sense of superiority, other approvals, other people's approval, and uniqueness. But the big $1 million question is, how do I develop it? Where do I start? Okay, so yeah, so that's the $1 million question, right? So, okay, so with that, okay, but before I go to the juicy part, right, on how you will develop your self-esteem, any thoughts, Sunday, but and let's acknowledge whoever are watching from our audience.
Doctors. We
Yeah.
acknowledge doctors from USA.
Oh, we're on USA. Good. All over the world.
Yeah. Taban is from South Sudan. Wow. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So, any thoughts on that? The three main types.
Yeah, I really love the way you have put it, the way you have explained it. It's really, really so much helpful to me. And I believe someone else somewhere is really, is also getting this as so much of benefit. So I just wanted to know, I just want to discuss where does the self-esteem come from, whether it is the high self-esteem or low self-esteem come from, because the self-esteem is just your opinion of yourself. It can be you can think very high about yourself and superior to other people, or maybe you can think yourself as low. You don't consider yourself, no value to yourself. Where does it come from? And here are some points that we find ourselves being in the self-esteem either low or high. One is from unhappy childhood, and that is majorly when we are having low self-esteem. When we grew up in a very unhappy lifestyle in a childhood, maybe uh, grew up maybe with your parent, but it was unhappy, maybe with also guidance, and it was not happy during your childhood. It can really affect the lifestyle of a child, and also the child can grow up with it even as the child become an adult, and it can affect in so many areas like education, even performance, and some of those things. So in Africa, more especially, people grew up in different backgrounds, and sometimes the childhood is not really that pleasing. It's not a happy one. So it sometimes there are some children that really it doesn't affect them. They just grow up and they're okay with it. And there are some children, because everyone is unique, there are some children that are affected, and it affects their adulthood in their job places, in their education career, and some things. And also some performance in classes, maybe in school, if one is not performing well in class. And there are some schools where if you're not performing well, you go and, like in our high school, we used to have those people who go and confess, who go and confess in front of the students and the teachers that me so and so, I will not do that. So that sometimes can really degrade the child, and you see yourself as someone who is not really worth. So you cannot be able to perform well, and because of that, maybe also bullying, and it can really affect the child. And that only doesn't remain in the childhood, it also grow up to the adult. So when you become an adult, you have to fight hard to really refuse to be in a low self-esteem, more especially when it is low. Even sometimes the high self-esteem is bad also, because you see yourself as highest above everyone. You become unapproachable. It sometimes also creates relationship issues with people. So, and another thing is also ongoing stress. When you have ongoing stress, sometimes it can really lower the self-esteem, that one cannot count yourself. You cannot give any value to yourself. So some of these areas really bring down our self-esteem. And then also maybe poor treatment. As I said before, some people grew up with the parents, others with the relatives. So how you are treated also can really have impact on your lifestyle as a person. It can be positive, it can be negative. So depending on the treatment, and also depending on different children, of course, others are, even however much they are maltreated, but they still become okay. But others, it can really affect their lifestyle. So some medical issues also. Some medical issues can really cause that low self-esteem, like children who grew up just being on medication. Maybe you have sicknesses that are really that that can really affect their life, like those ones who have conversions, those kind of some severe sicknesses that people are afraid of. There are some sicknesses that sometimes if the community is not well oriented, it can really cause low self-esteem, because people will be talking. You are seated somewhere and people are talking somewhere about you, and when they see you, they keep quiet. So sometimes that can really cause also low self-esteem. Mental illnesses also can cause low self-esteem, because people may think bad, or you yourself as the person who is having the mental sickness can really think also negative about yourself. You may think that I am not worth, I am not really uh, fitting in this environment or in this community. So these are some of the causes, among many, of self-esteem, majorly low self-esteem, because our topic is how we can raise our self-esteem. And this affects in so many areas, even in taking action. For example, we are always bringing an online business opportunity. So someone with low self-esteem can say that I don't deserve this. So it can really affect us. So we are going to talk about how we can raise our self-esteem, because it can help us a lot. We are inclusive because we too are learning. Me and Kathy, we too are learning, because we only don't talk about business. We also bring life issues that are really that can affect our decision making. And when we correct, or maybe we work hard on improving it, it can help us make a concrete decision that will make our future bright. So Kathy is going to start with the first point on how we can raise our self-esteem. Kathy, back to you.
Yes. That is very well said. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of factors that really affects self-esteem. Because discrimination is all around. The harsh environment is all around. But of course, it doesn't mean that you cannot raise it. Okay, the first important thing. Okay, Sunday mentioned that sometimes it's not always low. Sometimes over over
Yeah.
use of self-esteem, right? Over too low or too high is so bad. Okay, so and as I have mentioned, right, in the one of the three types of self-esteem is actually other people's approval, and that is very evident if somebody has affirmations. Okay, and it's not only your self affirmation, but also for others as well. But if there is an affirmation, okay, a good, very very positive, okay, you have to acknowledge that it is something powerful. Okay, it is something powerful. It's a matter of you how to use it, into your advantage, on how to leverage it in the right way, right? So if in case that somebody affirms or you yourself acknowledge that you did a good job, don't go over your head. Right, don't go
Yeah.
over your head. Still, lay your foot on the ground. Okay, so positive affirmation, it's okay to brag that you are good at this, etc., but you have to also, in a way, I would say it's okay for people, especially for talented people, that they could, they're proud of themselves. They have this. I myself are is like that. I couldn't deny it, that if I'm good at something, right, I couldn't help that. I'm so pleased if I'm hearing, affirmation. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. You're really good at this, etc. I learned a lot from you. It's actually boosting my self esteem, that I made the difference. And sometimes I go over myself. I couldn't. It's sometimes like that. It's very very easy to go wrong on this. I'm not saying I'm expert. I'm still on that stage, right? So in a way, sometimes whenever I share, I sometimes go over. And actually, not sometimes, most of the time, right? You go over because you know you can, but because you're trying to challenge even for more, right? So that you can stretch more. But depends on your, how you wanna use this affirmation. You have to understand that you gotta make sure that that boosting in a positive way, not only based on the opinion of others but also yourself, only converts the negative in you into a positive one, but not overly, overkill of using it. Okay, it just gives you a sense of, acknowledgement that you have achieved something brilliant. I mean, something extraordinary from the usual, from the crowd, over the crowd. And sometimes, we have to make sure that the balance. Okay, the balance. And of course, I would attach it, how do you use positive affirmation correctly? You use it to learn more. Because what I do is that, okay, I'm done with this. I shared with this. What's my next move? So because I want to reach more. And that, it develops your personality, that develops your, your talent, your skills, whatever you may good at. For sure, there will be a next level. And that's just how you use the affirmation. In a way, you yourself felt that you did something significant. You got the affirmation from, from other people, right? The approval from them, right? And you see something potential that could, you can go on the next level. Claim it already. I know I can do this. That's how you use the affirmation. So it's not about, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you tend to say, I know that, yes, it's okay, it's fine, because you know it, right? But of course, overkilling is one big factor. Okay, that's one good way on how to really increase your self-esteem. It's taking that affirmation to challenge again yourself, okay, on bringing yourself into the next level or the next height. Okay, the second one is, in a way, is very very good. Okay, identify your competencies and develop them. As I have mentioned, right? it's not only about positive. Probably there are talents that you're not really good at. I hate math. I really hate math. I really hate math. I love it. I hate numbers, okay? But I'm doing my efforts to really learn how to at least know, and so that I will be able to share how do you know this, how do you calculate this, whatever. So identify what is your weak points and what is your strength. Your strength is given. It's very easily, can be seen, can be experienced, can be shared. Okay. But the biggest thing is the the things or talents that you don't know or probably is new to you that you don't have an idea, right? And you still have to develop them. Okay. But the good thing about that is that, as I have mentioned earlier, you're taking yourself another notch higher, right? And you're trying to bringing out, you're stripping off the old you and transforming it to a better you. So that's the good thing about, what how you would increase the self-esteem, right? So, and yes, I would agree, you can also keep saying to yourself that I can do, no matter what the challenge may be, I can do. Correct, Rachel. That is well said. Yes, it is. It is important that you acknowledge yourself. Sometimes we're punishing ourselves, that I cannot do this. We always acknowledge the bad on us. We don't praise ourselves. Like what I said, overusage and underusage of affirmations, and understanding, identifying your competencies and how you will develop them is something that you can actually use it. These are powerful things that you can actually use to really develop your personality, yourself, your capability, your capacity, your abilities, right? So those are the important thing. That's the second one. You have to understand, know yourself, okay? If, as I have mentioned, there are three kinds of characters, right? There is something that you both you and others know, you yourself know, others know you don't know, right? So if to solve that, you connect with those people. How do you assess myself? I'm not saying go bluntly, but as you go along making friends and socializing with them, you will get to know how you are. And sometimes we tend to have friends that really freely could really give you, not sugar coated advices or not sugar coated comments, real true friends that could really say, you're bad at this, you have to improve on this, you're really good at this. Okay, so take that in. I mean, don't put it against the person. Thank the person because she or he wants a best version of you, and she knows or he knows that you can really convert that. And of course, I want to acknowledge, okay, one of our audience again, Ruth Bonplato, who's watching all the way from Namibia. Okay, yes, please speak positive to yourself. Correct. Yeah, it's one, affirmation. Self affirmation is very important. Okay, and identifying competencies and development. Yes, Sunday, do you have anything to add on that?
I really agree with you on all the points, and I just want to add something on the about compliments. For example, we have compliments from friends, from colleagues, from relatives. That sometimes it can affect us positively or negatively, but we have to concentrate on the positive one. So, for example, a friend, as you said, that a friend who does not sugarcoat what is in you, maybe a friend wanted the best for you, and I've seen something that is really weird about you, something which is not good, and tells you exactly what it is and how you behave. Because sometimes we behave and we don't know exactly what we are doing. We just find ourselves that we are that way, but we don't put much interest in knowing. So accepting compliment is really another way on how we can raise our self-esteem, because someone else can see better than ourselves from outside, from the reactions. There are those body languages that sometimes we don't put much interest on, and it speaks a lot. It speaks louder than the words that we speak. So, accepting compliment from a colleague or from a friend, whether being it a negative, a compliment that you may look at it as a negative, but it is meant to correct you for a best version of you. it's good to accept that and correct where there is need to be corrected. Maybe accept the compliment. For example, if I always complain about something, every time complaining, and a friend tells me that you over complain, so which means I have to look into my complaint. Maybe I have to channel that complaint in another. Maybe I have to look for positive thing on whatever that I'm complaining on to see what is the positive thing that I can find from that complaint, from that thing I'm complaining about. Because there is nothing that is completely negative. At least there is some positive thing in it. So look for the positive always, and concentrate on the positive, because when we concentrate on the positive, more positive will come to us. More positive will come. So accepting compliments, and also accepting those positive compliments. Sometimes there are people who even you say that you're great at this, but they say, no, 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 I am not great at this. They don't accept. So it sometimes we push away even the ability that we have, the skills that we have, we still deny it, yet we are able to do it better. So it's good that we accept it, because it will help us learn more about whatever skill that we have, or technique, or whatever that we are having. If someone compliments that you're really good at it, you're really good at this. So it's good to accept it and look for ways on how I can make it better, how I can improve and take it to another level. So that's another way where we can also slowly, slowly take down the low self-esteem and grow, because it's not something that you can take off within one day or one week. It's a process. It takes time. So, but the best thing is when we have started working on it, when we realize that we have to work on our self-esteem, because it can affect us in so many ways. And yes, we can be on the process, and the journey is really sweet when it started. Another point to talk about is self-criticism. I was that I was in that point. Uh, criticizing myself, criticizing myself. I'm not worth. I cannot do it. I can't do. I cannot afford. Some of those things that we really kill ourselves, because we think we cannot, but we don't know our capacity. If we really give ourselves grace, if we give ourselves a go ahead, if we give ourselves uh, that thought that we can do it, as Rachel has put it, and I can do it no matter what. You see, that if we have that positive thought, it can really go off, because how does that come? That comes when we have affirmations like Ruth, no, Kathy has put it, having affirmation, positive talk, having positive self-talk, because sometimes we talk to ourselves negatively. We criticize ourselves more than other people criticize us. So we have to have that self-talk, positive self-talk, and positive affirmation towards ourselves, thinking I am able, I am amazing, I can do it. Everything we can learn, even those things that you really have limited skills on it. If we say we can do it, of course, yes, we can do it, because we'll give ourselves room to learn. We'll give ourselves room to really discover more, because when we say we cannot, we have limited our mind, we have limited our ability to really go further in discovering what can we do better. So having that self positive talk is really very important, and eliminating the negative talk that I cannot do, I am not worth, I don't deserve, those things. We all deserve more. We deserve more, and we deserve a better life. Everyone else is very special and very unique, and deserving a better life, deserving a better treatment, deserving all. And who can make that? It's you yourself. It's me myself who can give a value, because nobody else outside there can really pay you your real value. Nobody can give yourself the real value of you. So you have to really weigh yourself that I really deserve more. I deserve better, which means I can do more. I can do better. I can still go and learn. I can go and ask, because when we have that limited mindset, or maybe having that criticism talk to ourselves, it can limit us even from asking information from someone else, or maybe even looking for more information to learn. It can really block our mind. So we need to give ourselves grace. We need to give ourselves room to learn because we are human beings and every day is learning. Life is all about learning. We have to continuously learning. So having that positive talk, having that self-reflection, reflect yourself better. Think something good for yourself and eliminate whatever that is negative that comes within yourself, thinking negative. Sometimes when I was young, I used to think I'm not even beautiful. I'm not. You see that thing because some people used to tell me that I have big head. So I thought my head was big, so I am not beautiful. So I really it limited me in so many things. I have to because in it's like in our home, I'm the only one who have big head. So people just talk you with your big head. So it really limited me a lot. I have to just look at myself and look at myself again the second time and see that wow, I'm beautiful. Even with my big head, I am special and it carries all my eyes, my ears, my everything. It carries and it's beautiful. So we have to accept ourselves the way we are because sometimes we don't accept ourselves. We think I should be like so and so. I should be like so and so. So we compare ourselves with someone else. One thing we have to know is that to really remove the uh, self negative talk, we have to accept the way we are. We have to know that we are special. We are unique the way we are because of our uniqueness. There is nobody else in the world exactly like me, exactly like you. You're very unique in everything, in your setup, in the way you look, appearance outside, inside. It's all unique. So that really will help us a lot in removing the negative talks and also raising our self-esteem to see that we are very special and we all matter. We all have values. I have value. If I respect myself, I'll also give someone else a value. So it's really very important that we look into that. To you, Kathy.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that is really well said. But I want to stop there. And we have amazing reactions right now and comments, with the topic. It's so interactive right now. Yeah, I want to acknowledge first Sareki. Uh, I'm not sure how to pronounce new Zongo Sareki Dot. Perfectly said. Yes, absolutely. She's amazing, right? And Rachel said at times it is good to turn your complaints into proposals. Correct. That makes it easy for others to listen. So another one from Ruth saying recognizing who you are and what you are good at helps one feel better about yourself. Correct. And build positive relationships with others and be kind to yourself. Absolutely, I would really agree with this. It's like, when Sunday and I were talking about this, when she sent it to me, Kathy, this is our, I think this is timely for a topic. And I was reading it and it struck me. I mean, I just had a recent, parents, right? Parents has tough kids. Parents has tough kids, and sometimes I question myself. Mom, I asked my mom, my mom, imagine acknowledging to my mom. Okay, mom, I love you. Okay, so acknowledgement to my mom. I was asking my mom. I was saying that, mom, did I did am I a bad parent? Why are they like this? Sometimes I question
Yeah.
myself. And I said, come on, you're really an amazing, and that is something really bad. I mean, that's, see, even me, I mean, there's no exemption to this, no superhuman being, right? That could really totally eliminate that. Okay, but of course we have a magic formula to share with you, right? The last point that we want to highlight is you have to make sure that you affirm self-worth. Okay, you have to make sure you acknowledge your self-worth. Okay, so the formula is I am plus a positive thought. So what I'm saying is that For example, what a very very good example, and I was thinking she was so gorgeous, okay, and she's thinking she has a big head, right? The formula how you use it is I am beautiful, right? So see, and I was thinking she was gorgeous. She was saying I have a big head, right? I am beautiful. So let's say I am amazing. I am perfectly fine. Okay. No one is perfect, right? I am unique. I am capable. The I am, if you would add a positive, but don't overuse, anything overused or underused is bad, right? I am, I am capable of doing something that makes a difference. I am a person that could be an influential one, right? To a positive context. I am a friendly person, right? I am a trustworthy. Those kind of self affirmation, it's the self worth. You could, because if you don't do self affirmation, or you don't acknowledge your worth, right? I was in that phase. Like, you so imagine that, I had a lot of experiences that I don't deserve. And after I went out of that scenario, that's the only thing. Why did I stay in that for long, right? And you would look back, I said that I'm not worth it. It will never happen. Okay. Sometimes that's a bad thing. We tend to, experience the tragedy first before you go out and realize you're not worth of that scenario, right? So which is inevitable, right? But if you we if we I always say that it's a practice to use this formula, because I'm actually practicing it myself, and my mom would really just want to, if you're here, I'm gonna slap you. Because I say, why are you thinking of yourself that you're a bad person because of your kid acting like that? You have done so amazingly. Always remember, life is a choice. She was always saying, it's they have their own brains, their own minds, right? We're just there to guide them, but of course we are there to discipline them. But do not question yourself, because it's like she was really pointing out at, there are you cannot and you cannot be a perfect parent. That's the first thing. You have to acknowledge I am not perfect, right? I'm not perfect, but in a good context. I am not perfect, but I am somebody could influence, to become better in, to mold a life even better. So those kind of things. I mean, it's not always about, sometimes there's a part of affirmation that is negative, some affirmation for positive and negative. So that's why I use I am plus a positive thought, right? So if you really wanna, really boost your self-esteem, claiming that you are already there, even though you're not there yet, right? For example, even though I said that I'm trying to, should will I graduate? Do not question that. But I did question myself, and I said that, no, I am a graduate on 22. I was telling myself, and it's very difficult. It's very very difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, because affirming yourself has a missing ingredient. It will not really, boost your esteem if you don't take action. You get the point, right? Self affirmation will always be there if you practice it. Very, very good, because it will really attract positive things, as Sunday had mentioned. But what if you have attracted a lot of positive things? It's already in front of you, and you're not taking action. So it doesn't make sense. No matter how high or low your self esteem, if you already have the positive, aspect drawing you, because you are developing a very, 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 very balanced self esteem, a very positive, balanced self esteem. Without action, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't bring you to another height. It does. That's why I mentioned to you in the point number two. When you acknowledge, that's why the statement is that acknowledge, know, understand. your competencies and develop them, right? There is an action that is needed or required of every one of us. It doesn't mean we affirm, right? It stops there. Everything will be milk and honey. No, it's not that. Okay. So you have now the self-esteem. You now have the confidence. You now have that, positive vibrations. You now have that energy, the power that you believe the most yourself. You have the foundation already. The next thing to do to pull it to the next level is to take action, which of course we don't want to miss out. Of course, if you are somebody who is really inspired on this talk, you have realized, okay, and maybe you are somebody who is actually looking at possible ways of actually doubling your income, as we have mentioned always. And Sunday I keep using all this earning while earning, learning while earning,
Very
Miss
well,
Anita, or earning while sleeping, right? So, as I
yes,
mentioned, affirmation plus the action. Now,
action. Yeah.
Sunday, take us
Yeah,
to the
thank you
action.
very much. Thank you very much, Kathy. I just want to give that I am a live testimony of someone on a low, very low self-esteem. I worked on myself and I'm here. I got this online business that we always come and talk about 1 year ago before I started, 1 year before I started. But because I was having low self-esteem, I thought I was not deserving. I thought I was not able to do it. I thought always negative about myself, and I thought I cannot do it. I really didn't think of myself as someone of value, but I had to work on that. I worked on that, and I'm grateful that it helped me take action. And the action that I'm sharing with you today, if you're someone who is looking for an opportunity and maybe you thought to yourself that you deserve less, or maybe you're comfortable until you discover your self-esteem, your self-worth, you know that you deserve more. You deserve more in life. You deserve more in everything. So we are giving you an online business opportunity that you can leverage. You can start up your own digital business at the comfort of your own home. And how do you get the information? How do you get to start your own business with your own name? As you can see, our website here for Kathy is www.kathyblife.com. That is her own website with her own name. Mine is Sunday and www.sundayandjigoonline.com. These are own websites. We are different individual, different business owners, but running a digital business that we can share all ideas. So I'm inviting you for our live webinars that happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays for free of charge. You don't have to pay any single coin to really attend that webinar. And you will gain a lot of information on how you can start up your own digital business and work at the comfort of your own home. Even if you're working, you can hear Kathy say that earning while earning. Yes, you can earn while earning and also earn while learning. You see, she's also earning while learning and earning while sleeping. Why not? We have a great automation system that works even when we sleep. So I'm inviting you for this webinar. I don't want you to miss out. It's every Tuesday and Thursdays, every week, twice. It happens every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can convert that time zone to your time zone. It will give you exactly time that is at your time. And if you register with your name and email on the websites that are on the screen, it will give you even the exact time at your location. And also, if you're not able to watch it live, maybe that time you're at place of work, maybe you're sleeping. For example, as in Africa, it's very early. Is Wednesday and Friday, 3 a.m. in the morning for those ones in East Africa, and those ones in Central African time is 2 a.m. in the morning. Maybe it's too early for you. We get you covered. We care about you because we know that you are so much of great value for us. And in this business, everyone else is included. Whether you are so busy or you have a plenty of time, you are all included. We get you covered. You can register with your name and email on the website www.kathyblife.com or www.sundayandjigoonline.com. Put your names and email there and save your spot. We will send you the replay of this webinar. You will watch it as if you're watching it live. And if you have any question, that you wanted to ask that time, you can refer it to any one of us, and we will be more than happy to help you understand more details about this business. This is a global business that works in any part of the world, and you don't need to have prior experience or skills to get started, because what? We have one of our best world class trainings. And besides, you will not be alone. You'll be assigned a mentor and a coach to guide you on the process. The trainings are very easy to understand. It's self-explanatory, but for some reason, maybe you're stuck, or you just have someone there that is to guide you, to help you and support you. And also, we have a global business community that comprises of people of like-minded people who are like-minded, who want to activate their dreams into reality. So I know that you have great dreams. You want to activate them into reality. So we don't want to leave you out. We are inviting you for this webinar. And yes, our friend Tanjiro is here with us. You
Say hi
can
to
have
everyone.
all the time you need to
Hi.
have with your loved ones, with your pets. Kathy is
Mhm.
having her time with their Tanjiro. And yes, you can be earning in any part of the world. You can do it. So this is a doable business. I don't want you to miss out. I am giving Kathy to wind up so we can be off for this session. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, self affirmation. I will borrow other people's approval. We are the others, okay? I'm talking to you, to all of you, okay? You deserve more. You deserve the best life that you were thinking of. You deserve to have a puppy so annoying like this. So,
So big.
yeah, you deserve the best of life. I mean, but it always takes a time of, pulling yourself up. That's the first thing, making that foundation. Second, being intentional of what you really wanted to do. If you're not intentional of what you're really wanting to in life, and you don't have that self-esteem, and you don't take action, it doesn't, you know complete the equation at all to really pull you out of, or bring, not even pull you out, or just bring it, one notch higher, improving your life, you know. But as other people's approval, right? You deserve more. Now, all you need to do is mindset yourself. Hey, I deserve more. I have to take action on this, and who knows, this might be the key, the reason why we are, you're inspired. We're talking some senses out of you. It's just a matter of you taking that action. Unless otherwise, the reason why we're trying to arm you with the right context of, mind setting, because any business owner has to have the right mindset before they start their business to become a successful one, right? So you will not be a success story unless otherwise you have the proper mindset. It takes time. I mean, I'm not saying we're all perfect, right? It's a continuous process. It's a never ending process. But from that point, if other people can say you deserve more, yes, you do. If you said I deserve more, okay, I deserve more. I I am worth you know the change of lifestyle, and who knows, it could be this avenue, right? Very well said. But of course, we want to, make sure that everyone is well greeted, a happy, 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 mid of September. Imagine how time flies. It's a Burr month already. So few months. I mean, it's December already. Fun time for kids, right? So yeah, so again, thank you so much for watching us. I hope that you have learned a lot from this episode. It really is something me and Sunday had mentioned. It's also a wake up call for us. It's also something that we are also guilty of, and it's something that's why it knocks some senses, to really share it, because it's also, something that we feel that we really need to, in a way, improve, because we're also sometimes punishing ourselves, that you're talking negatively about ourselves. And yes, I said that, okay, it's a really a good time to really discuss this, and I hope that all of the all of you that had tuned in today, okay, really have learned a lot, that you deserve more in life, and there is a way to really uh, go beyond what you are experiencing right now. Despite the negativity surrounding us, there is a way to still be positive. It's a matter of you finding out the leverage. Okay, I'm throwing toys for the dog. So so we hope to see you again next week. All right. Any last few words, Sunday, before we say goodbye to our viewers?
Y- Yes, thank you very much. I just want to appreciate everyone that has really tuned in, and I just want to appreciate, thank you, appreciate all who have really contributed in the interact. It has been interactive session, and I hope you have learned. And if you're watching the replay, we thank you very much for watching. And if you have any question, you can ask any one of us. And don't miss, next week is going to be on Kathy's page, Digital Business Talk, another interesting topic. And we can't wait to see you there. And if you're continuous follower who always follows Digital Business Talk, we appreciate all your time. We appreciate your contribution towards this Digital Business Talk. So we are grateful for you and stay blessed till next Saturday. We will see you there. Have a blessed time. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.